Hello guys, this is Legin, and today I'm gonna try to give you some tips about the Crucifix and the DPS rotation I'm doing. So my build is looking like that. You're gonna have it into the quest log. So it's 4 blood with everything. The only things who is important into my stuff is the cooldown speed, because I want to focus the cooldown speed for the selfless diffusion to be the sooner as I can into a group with high focus and marker, so I can build the DPS around the detonation mark and everything. So I'm gonna explain to you right after that. So for the people who are new to the class, it's really important, by the way, to have the 70 ear and 72 perception for the mastery skill, because you have tier, so it's really important, because if you don't, you miss 20% of heavy attack damage, which is quite a lot. For the overall mastery skill, I'm running with potential, failing, flower, battle prep, and deadly viper. Those three are important, but you can change them, and if you don't have battle prep, you can go with destruction spear. So basically it's the skill I'm using. For the rotation, I'm actually doing circling the two buffs, selfless diffusion, detonation mark, Milky Way, Stella Dash. And after I'm doing that, I'm gonna do voice slash. So the reason why I'm playing the explosive trap is because it's a control skill, and since into the artifact we are playing with abyssal beasts, with dealing more damage when we do a control skill, and we are not spamming the orb, we're gonna need to sometime put a trap to keep up the base damage increase by 4%. So basically about the rotations, that's quite it. So you put your buffs, you put the orb on the ground, buffs yourself, selfless detonation mark, Milky Way. You can put the trap early because you're gonna have it really quick. You put voice slash and everything. And one thing's really important, I've done it right here. So it's you're gonna have to reapply the first detonation mark the last second before it explodes. So I'm gonna explain myself. When you do that, imagine you're playing with a detonation mark and you wait for it to explode. You're gonna reapply one, but it's not 100% chance to apply 2 detonations, since we have 30% of off-end weapon attack chance. So for deal with that, we're gonna go with the detonation we put at the start, and when it's gonna explode at the last frame of the last second, we're gonna reapply it, and when we reapplied it, we're gonna have the 2 stack up. It's just gonna reset the timing of that, and once again when it goes down, you're gonna reapply it at the last second. So I'm gonna show you. So orb on the ground, buff yourself, selfless detonation mark, so doing your basic rotation DPS, and see when it's gonna go down. Like right now, I'm gonna reapply it last turn, and gonna reapply it right now. See? So you always have on the boss 2 detonation mark, so 80% repeat of your damage with this technique and the detonation mark. It's really important to reapply it right before it ends, and not after, because if you do that after, you have a chance to only have 1 detonation, so only 40% of damage, and you're gonna need to reapply it once to have the 80, so it's a loss, big loss of DPS, to be honest, big loss. So that's quite the rotation of the build. For solo or if you don't have enough cooldown speed, you run with fire. We're gonna give you some more weekend effect if you play in solo or if you don't have optimal group. But if you have a good stuff with an optimal group, you're gonna run with lightning, so you're gonna have more damage, and you don't have this problem of having your skill more often. So running like that. For the Xbow is looking like that. To be honest, there is nothing big here to speak about. For the orb, so this is a setup for solo. I'm saying solo because for the group you're gonna play the satellite copy, so you can give your satellite with 20% heavy attack damage for the group. So for that you just uncheck those 2 and go for the copy. one thing about the satellite is not stackable with a group. So if you're running with 4 crucifix, 1 tank, 1 heal, you don't need to be with 4 satellite copy. It's not stackable, so it's a waste of points. Those 2 points are more of life, make your life more simple. It's not a big change of DPS, to be honest. So that's quite it about the orb skill specialization. And for the skill, I'm running with that. So it's nothing big too. We are not playing with that because it's for mana. I've seen some people running with that. Instead, you're gonna run with Eternal Veil, so have more shield and less chance to destroy it with Amplification Veil. So we always up with your base damage by 15% up. And that's quite it about the rotation of the Crucifix. So it's really important to put the orb on the ground, buff, and go for the selfless. And if you have only 1 detonation on it, you're gonna reapply it right away. And see, I'm gonna reapply it here and reapply it here. So it's reset the timing, but I'm always up on it. And if you want to maximize your DPS, it's the best way to do that. So it's really important to focus on the debuffs of the boss and reapply it right before it explodes. That's the main things about the Crucifix. So that's quite it, guys. About the Guardian, you can play Karamashea because she gonna give you shield. So once again, shield is good because you're gonna have Amplification Veil, and she give you to cooldown speed by 30%, so more often your ability and everything. But if you want to play for the group, you can always play for that rail, but it's more for the group efficiency, so that's quite it. I think I've said everything about the stuff. For the food, it's gonna be clam and seafood food, scorpion tail, and after that you're gonna play with the boss food, which is really important as always. So that's it for the video, guys. I'm gonna put my quest log into the description for the people who want to see it, and if you have any question or anything to ask me, say it into the comment. I'm gonna try to answer it, and if I can't, I'm gonna make a little video about it to explain it better. I hope it was good to watch and not too long. So thank you guys for watching, and have a good day. Bye.